I have a woodpile over here for my wood stove. It's my responsibility to understand the dangers that are inherent to that, to having, a big heavy pile of wood stacked so high. That's my responsibility, and it's my responsibility to protect my daughter from playing around it. Why is it my responsibility? Because I'm an adult, and I'm capable of fully understanding the dangers that are involved and proactively protecting myself and my daughter from those dangers. My daughter's not an adult. She lacks the capacity to fully understand such dangers, even if she wanted to. Therefore, if I'm negligent, and because of my negligence, she gets out there, starts playing around the woodpile, and it all falls on her and injures her, or even worse, it doesn't matter if I wasn't the one playing on the woodpile. I'm still responsible for everything that happens. And, even if I tell her, honey, absolutely do not play on the woodpile. Don't play around there. Don't walk within this zone. It's still my responsibility to make sure she doesn't do it. I can't just trust that she won't. Why not? Because at her age, she's 6. She lacks the capacity. It literally lacks the capacity. Even when I give her an instruction like that, she lacks the capacity to fully understand the true nature of those dangers, and the capacity to fully understand the importance of what I'm telling her. So even if I do give her a warning like that, it's still my responsibility to make sure that she is unable to even get close there. Understanding that she lacks the capacity to understand the full gravity of the nature of that situation and the full seriousness of what I'm telling her, I still have to follow up, even though I've told her not to. Even though I tell her not to, that does not release me from responsibility. The reason I tell her that is sort of as like a backup security measure, right? So if I get negligent, if I get busy and I'm not paying attention to her, hopefully that will serve as a backup that may keep her away from the woodpile. But it's still my responsibility to make sure that she doesn't get near the woodpile. You know how kids are. They get distracted very easily. They get forgetful very easily. And before you know it, they're in a place where they know they're not supposed to be, but they're there anyway. And not because they're purposely disobeying you or anything. It's just they're not mindful all the time of. They can't even be mindful all the time of all of the instruction you're giving them. I'm thinking about this kid with this lighter. His mom might have told him, don't play with the lighter. That's for grown-ups. Don't play with that. But he got up. I think the fire happened like 6:30 in the morning. So he got up. He's by himself probably. Mom's probably still asleep. Everybody's still asleep. He sees that lighter there. There's been a lot of excitement going on. I think this happened on Christmas morning or the day after Christmas. He's had a lot on his mind, this little boy, this 5-year-old boy. He's not 40. He can't handle responsibility like that. He shouldn't be expected to. He sees the lighter. He probably doesn't even think. If he does think, Mom said not to play with this, he doesn't understand why, the gravity of why she's telling him not to play with that. So that's the sort of thing I'm talking about. That it's not fair, nor is it even based in reality or reasonableness whatsoever, to hold children to the same types of expectations that we hold ourselves to now. We've got 35, 40, 45 years on a 5-year-old. A lot of us. I know I can't talk for all of you. I'm trying to imagine what the average age of my audience is, probably between 20 and 60.